All right, everybody, going live. Quick update here at 9:22. Let's take a look right now at the timing. We've had a little bit of a change there as far as the timing goes for this arrival of severe weather. So just wanted to quickly do a video on that. The severe weather hazards and timing alert, of course, all that's changed now. My updates computer hasn't been updating for some reason, but should have got this an hour ago, but didn't. New severe arrival time between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. I was looking at the high-resolution rapid refresh models moments ago, and they were showing everything coming in around. We could have some additional thunderstorms develop ahead of the main cold front there around 2 a.m., and it looks like the main line moves out around 4 a.m. So I was looking at that earlier, and that is why the timeline has been changed to 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. So, again, could see some additional development ahead of the line there. Let's take a look at the radar really quick. Open that up, and looking at our main line right there, it's now moving through Mississippi there. Holly Springs is just to the east of it, moving toward Ripley, New Albany. Those not looking very impressive right now. I mean, there's, some thunderstorm activity near Oxford, Mississippi there. That's continuing to move on off to the east there. We'll eventually move into northwest Alabama here, probably within the next hour or so, and start to impact northwest Alabama. The thing is, we're looking at a little bit of shear and energy in place here, and that was actually something I was going to talk about. There is some shear in place, and there's not hardly any instability, though. That's just the thing. So we're missing a lot of ingredients here for, severe weather. But we do have wind shear and a few other little type, things. But we're not expecting a big event out of this. This is just expected to be maybe 1 or 2, 3 storms become strong to severe. Might produce some gusty to damaging winds of 60 miles per hour possible, some quarter-size hail possible, very low threat of a tornado due to that wind shear, but that's about it. And it gets on out here around, like I said, starts moving in at 2 o'clock, thunderstorms ahead of the line, which is kind of what we're seeing happen here. So we got some thunderstorm activity ahead of the line, lots of showers out to the east, with our main line there just to the west, moving into Mississippi, and are actually moving across Mississippi, about to enter into northwest Alabama. So we'll watch how these go. So far, nothing looking very intense at the moment. We'll look at the velocity scans. There is, of course, some gusty wind showing up in this storm here, or actually this line right here. But overall, look at that. Not too bad for the wind speeds at all. Let me see if I can get a better shot from another radar. Okay, I'm shooting from Dekalbcwx, so that's pretty good. Not too bad. Let's see, rotation-wise, not really seeing anything. There is a nice little shelf cloud right here, though, that's going to be crossing Oxford, like right on top of Oxford right now in Mississippi. Nice shelf cloud, some gusty winds, 30 to 40 miles per hour with that. That's tracking off to the east there toward Thaxton, Mississippi, Toccopola, Mississippi, Pontotoc, Mississippi. Those are some odd names. And then eventually move into Tupelo here later on. But right now, just not seeing a lot. It's just a little line moving through. But we'll keep an eye on it, though. Let's take a look at the high-resolution rapid refresh models real quick. Let me grab those up. Bear with me, and we'll grab those up. And a early happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We actually had ours tonight, so had some real good turkey. It was delicious. Absolutely loved it. Chicken and dressing, mashed potatoes and gravy, all that good stuff. Oh, man, it was good. So really enjoyed it. So I'm getting those resolution models up right now, so just bear with me on that. But yeah, outside the station here, it's 53 degrees. Winds are out of south-southwest at 6. Expect them to really start gusting on up here after midnight. So once that front moves through, we can definitely see some gusty winds and when this line moves through. So let me go ahead and switch this over to the high-resolution models. That's what I'm trying to do here, but it's not wanting to do that for some reason. But I'll figure that out in a minute. It's probably user error more than likely. I got so many slides open here. Should be able to switch it over right now. There we go. I'll have to move it. So bear with me. Let me adjust it one more time. All right, so there's our high resolution models. I'm really going to have to adjust these out, so bear with me. If that will sit still, it'll help me out a lot better. Okay. There we go. Now we're a little bit better idea of what we're looking at here. So here's the high resolution models. I'll explain this as we go through it. This right here is, of course, at 10 p.m. So still got those showers out there. Main line starting to move into northwest Alabama. Looks like it moves into northwest Alabama around 05. That'll be around midnight hours. They move in. And nothing looks really intense with this, though. I mean, it kind of scatters out a bit, if you've noticed, and just kind of moves on out. So I'm not seeing anything really, crazy out of this. I mean, maybe one or two storms could become strong to severe, but it's out of here by approximately 3 a.m. I mean, there it is at 3 a.m., and it's out of here completely by that time. Now let's look at the composite reflectivity. Might give us a little better idea, a little bit better look into the thunderstorms. So we do get some thunderstorms ahead of it. Can't rule out one or two of them being strong to severe. But looking at it, it doesn't look too bad, just to be honest with you. Now, I'm going to look at some of the other stuff. So let's look at our CAPE values here. So let's move all this forward. So we've got a little bit of CAPE there. The biggest, I was looking at that southwest portion there toward southern Alabama, southwest. Looks like they got better CAPE down there. We've just got some weak stuff up here. So not a lot of CAPE to deal with up here, and then it quickly moves out. So, I mean, there is not a lot of energy here to work with. That's what I was referring to. The instability, CAPE, everything is not, there's not a lot here. Let's look at the wind shear really quick. We'll look at that. There is a little bit of wind shear here, as we can see by these colors here. Look at that big system just pushing on out of here. So there is a good bit of wind shear along that line there. So I wouldn't rule out a brief tornado, mainly south of us. It kind of looks like that would be further south if there was to be any tornadoes. It'd be where that CAPE is at, further to the south, but still won't rule out one or two up here. But I really doubt it. It would have to be a really brief spin up. If that be the case, most likely just if we can get some of that shear aloft to drop, bring it down, we can get a heavy enough thunderstorm that's able to drop that shear down. Could be a severe storm with some 50 to 60 mile an hour winds. And the hail threat, well, there is a little bit of a threat of some quarter-size hail, but that's about it. Let's take a look at our energy helicity index, see how much energy we're actually dealing with here. And again, the big energy threat south and southwest of us, with just a little bit of energy here, so not a lot. We'll look at the tornado perimeter. And again, I could tell you it's going to be south and southwest of us. I mean, there's just a little bit of energy there in southern DeKalb County, southwest DeKalb County. Just a little tiny bit of energy there. Everything else to the south and southwest of us. So not seeing a lot, but we'll still continue to monitor this throughout tonight and see what happens with it. Let's get the Doppler radar back up here. Absolutely love 48, by the way. Brad Travis, my favorite meteorologist of all time. So absolutely love Brad Travis. So you see us sharing a lot of stuff. He actually went and created a page for Northeast Alabama to cover it too. So very happy about that. Really appreciate everybody for watching, looking at the comments here. And yeah, it's going to get cold. Let's take a look at that too. I actually got completely sidetracked there. Let's take a look at the cold. So let me bring that back up again. That is something I was going to do. So let's go back to the global here. Okay, so we're back to the forecast loop here. Let's go to the temperature outlook. All right, so as you can see, this is Wednesday, of course, today. We got up, some areas close to 60. Now, let's just move this forward. Now, one thing very noticeable, there is the cold front, and it is not hard to see on the map. That is a lot of Arctic air coming in right there. Look at that, how strong. Now, it moves on through. Looks like the colder air arrives, excuse me, around 7 a.m. in the morning. Now, that's, everything's already out of here by then. Now let's move it forward. Look at that. That is at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Nope, told you wrong. 7 o'clock tomorrow, sorry. Yeah, that is 7 p.m. tomorrow. I know it says Friday, but the models change over to Fridays to like another day. It changes over to another day at 7 o'clock, which is really weird. Yeah, sorry, my lady was actually showing me something in the tree there. That is so pretty. Their birds in Australia is so pretty. I did not mean to go that far out. Sorry, everybody. Let's back it back up here. We're back to Friday, so let's back it up to Thursday. So yeah, Thursday night, 7 o'clock. There we go. We drop on down as we go through the day on Thursday, and I don't know why these models do this for, but yeah, by as we go on down to Friday night, we get into the 20s. Then we start to go on into Saturday night, which is right there. We drop on down into the 20s again, highs in the 40s. We basically stay in the 40s pretty much all week next week and lows in the 20s. So it is just going to be cold as it can be out there. I mean, it's going to be coat weather. Wintertime officially comes in, that's for sure. So I hope that answered everybody. Let me get the radar back up here. And we'll take a look at some questions real quick. Winds are picking up. Yeah, your winds are going to start to pick up there in Huntsville because that main cold front, or the main line there, is just to your northwest. So there's Huntsville. Let's scan it out and see how far that system is. You're going to notice those winds pick up with these. I mean, it's still a ways out. Don't get me wrong. It's still 124 miles out. So it's just now getting close to making it into northwest Alabama with some of these showers ahead of it, about 60 miles away. So it's going to get windier as it gets closer to moving in. That is for sure. Let's get back to Huntsville High Top here and take a look across the area. So not seeing a lot. There were some pretty good showers, heavier showers there, entered into the northern part of DeKalb County, moved over Fife, Rainsville, Fort Payne. All that's kind of the east now, moving into Georgia. We got a little bit of a break, but I'm starting to notice this stuff just break up, like just kind of individual showers developing, and no real thunder. So I'm going to watch these over here, see if they do strengthen and start showing signs of, developing thunderstorms. But this may be all we get. Really, this may be all we get is what we're getting now. Rain, wind, that kind of stuff as it passes. That may be it. But it will all depend because I think further south, around Fayette, or actually more like toward Tuscaloosa, I'm going to say toward Jasper and Tuscaloosa areas in Birmingham, down there looked a lot more energy down there than what we got up here. So we do have a little bit here, not a lot though. So we'll still keep an eye on it though. Again, that timeline on the activity is going to be, I just updated that at 8:57, so, and it hasn't updated again. So severe weather timeline anywhere between 2 a.m. and 4, and keep in mind, this may be all we get. But 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., there is a possibility of a tornado. Very low threat of that. Very low threat. So only 2%. Still, there's a threat. Damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour. That's at 5%. So you're looking at the graphic to the right when we're talking about the damaging winds. It's at 5%. That's the brown that you see there in the graphic. And the large hail, it was at 5% when I looked last, but it may not be now. Tornado threat, of course, all of North Alabama just about under a 2% risk, excluding the very tip top there. I'll take a look, show you that on the radar here. So we'll exclude off the areas that, that's not expected to have any tornadoes or anything. So in Alabama, these areas here are pretty much out of the threat for a tornado or damaging winds. Those areas right there, from New Market, Bridgeport, Bethel, Iron City, St. Florin there, those little areas there, that little area at the top is out of the threat of a tornado. But you know how that goes. Storms don't know boundaries, so we'll still watch it anyway. But according to the model outlooks, there's nothing there. But further south, of course, it extends all the way into Jackson, DeKalb, Marshall counties. So we'll keep an eye on that. Anyway, let's move to questions before I get ready to wrap this stream up here. We're going to stay up watching it. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody, for sure. All right, everybody, have a blessed night. If you see me go live again, it'll be, due to another update by the Storm Prediction Center or a warning or something's went up, which, of course, I believe our automatic posting will beat me before I go live. It'll probably already have it up, but I'll be acting on it quickly. So thanks again. Watch the weather between 2 o'clock and around 4 a.m. That's when the main stuff comes in. So just kind of, if you kind of keep an eye on things there. We'll be back here. Make sure you got it set to all notifications, like and subscribe to the channel. And, yeah, make sure you give it a like, please, because if you don't give it a like, nobody's going to see it. It's just going to disappear, fade away. So make sure you give it a like, subscribe to our YouTube if you haven't. We recommend you do that. So thanks again, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. And hello, Caitlin, Gilbert Roberts, Tyler Dalton, admin in here. Thanks for watching. Caitlin Kahn, happy Thanksgiving. My lady, happy Thanksgiving. They don't do Thanksgiving in Australia, but happy Thanksgiving anyway. Evan Reed 123, thanks for watching on YouTube, buddy. You have a great Thanksgiving. All right, everybody, y'all have a great Thanksgiving. We'll keep you updated here at the Cab County Severe Weather Team tonight, and have a good night. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you on the next one.